The mercury rising, just as it was here exactly 1 year ago when these two met, when Devon emptied and when Saracens triumphed. So much is the same. These two comfortably England's best. The real question, how much has changed? Both are better. Have the Chiefs improved enough to knock over the European champions? If they manage it, it'll surely be one of the all-time Premiership triumphs. To the teams then. And the Chiefs club captain is strangely unsung, but far from undervalued in Devon. Jack Yendall has been on the bench in 3 Premiership finals, but he starts one today. He's been inspirational in this campaign. The same can be said recently of Dave Dennis at lock, and especially of Matt Kvesic, a man transformed this season, seizing his chance as well. His brother Joe takes the reins. I should say Sam Simmons out for so long. His brother Joe taking the reins at 10 for the second successive final. And Tom O'Flaherty again included at the expense of Santiago Cordero. Jack Knowles stationed at fullback, where he terrorised Saints a week ago. Somehow the Saracens captain has made it to the start line. Brad Barrett tore his hamstring in the semi-final last week, but it wasn't as bad as first feared, and he's worked tirelessly to recover. European Player of the Year Alex Good is at fullback as ever, and one of Saracens' most improved performers. Starts a Premiership final for the first time. Ben Spencer has been exceptional at scrum half, and he's paired with Owen Farrell, again with Wigglesworth on the bench. Up front, the sensational form of Will Skelton has forced Itoje to the back row, and Jamie George has shaken off a stinger injury to ensure he's at the heart of the Saracens' challenge again. They are missing Mako Vunipola, of course.
Well, the weather gods have played their part. The fans are creating an atmosphere in the ground that is palpable, but you feel that the players, it's almost the Colosseum. There are gladiators out there that are going to make the big difference, particularly in that middle third of the field at the back row. What a balance both sides have, but they're going to have to, as Rob Baxter said, go to some very dark places this afternoon.
And as you'd expect, there's some amazing matchups in the back lines. The kicking game of White and Spencer will be critical. Noel and Good at fullback will have to field those. But today's all about power to begin with. Devoto versus Barrett. Barrett is a rock. He made 28 tackles in the Champions final. Devoto's going to do the same today if Exeter are going to have any chance of taking the title.
Emotion, tension, and 2 high-quality outfits whose every sense is heightened right now. 2 captains who epitomise their clubs. Jack Yendall's first start at a Premiership final. For Brad Barrett, this is number 7, his 3rd as skipper. Bionic Brad, somehow making it to the start line.
It's the Gallagher Premiership Rugby final. Please welcome Saracens and Exeter Chiefs.
To savour for these players, as all the sweat and toil of the 9-month season is condensed into 80 minutes. Saracens, the reigning champions, the European champions, finalists in 5 of the last 6 seasons. Redefining excellence at the moment, and today chasing a repeat of their 2016 double. These are far from ordinary times. Wayne Barnes is our referee this afternoon, taking charge of his 9th Premiership final. Can the Chiefs knock over Saracens? Chiefs 8 points clear at the top at the end of the regular season, remember, and yet considered hefty underdogs. Anyone who spends time with them will know only a fool underestimates this group of players. They believe, and frankly, on a day like today, that is maybe all that matters. Well, there's a bit going on in the sporting world today. The Cricket World Cup, the Epsom Derby, the Champions League final, of course, live on BT Sport later. Anthony Joshua's fight. But we have our own heavyweight showdown in the blistering Twickenham heat. It's Exeter against Saracens in the 2019 Gallagher Premiership final. through the fingertips of George Cruz, and immediately Chiefs are onto it. They're 5 metres out. Cruz's error, and Exeter within range, within striking range. Cuthbert was first to it. This is where they love to be. What a start this might be. Ewers bustles his way forwards. White assessing the options and diving through. Can you believe it? Can you believe it?
That's a stunning start from the Devonians. The kickoff's great, but George Cruz just misjudges the flight, and by the time he realises he's being lifted in the air, he can't adapt, and it goes through his hands. And all the advantage then is with the chasers. Brilliant pressure from Devoto, picks it up. It's not Devoto, is it? It's Cuthbert who gets up there, picks it up really well. And then the little dart, the scrabble underneath. Look what it means to his team.
Talk about starting big. It doesn't get much bigger than that in the final, does it? Everything going Exeter's way. White goes over the try. And strangely, seeing Saracens, this final team, making mistakes when it counts.
27 seconds is all it's taken the Exeter Chiefs. And if we remember back to the semi-final, it was through the fingertips of George Cruz when Gloucester played them in the playoff semi-final. It led to an early try for Gloucester. They nearly succeeded in poking the bear. Can the Chiefs do more than that? What a start that is. 7 points up, not 2 minutes gone.
Yeah, I think it all stands, as Ben said, from the kick-off. George Cruz, everybody in the stadium thinks he's going to take this, especially Lazowski. Lazowski's in behind. If it goes too far, he's got to give himself space, but he gets too tight, too close to the ball, and eventually gets tapped over his head. He just held his depth there. Maybe he takes that kick-off. But Exeter, they really capitalised.
This time it's there for Vincent Koch, and it was Exeter who couldn't hold on to it. Kvesic is latched over it. He has to give up the fight, and Spencer can try to reassert a little bit of authority and a little bit of calm for Saracens. We know they have tremendous resilience. Vunipola sets it on a plate. Farrell for good, slithering his way through the no-look pass, and Farrell's there. Gathered in now by Lazowski. Itoji marching forwards. This game is already extraordinarily open. And they've got an overlap to the left. They have an advantage too. Farrell working the numbers. Good, and in behind Maitland.
Could be a yellow card, this. I think it'll need checking. Does he get a touch on it? Theoretically, it could be more if there wasn't any cover in behind.
1 second. Got a penalty offside first of all. In the tackle? I'm not sure. Okay, so we just... Okay, but have we seen any suggestion that it's a deliberate knock-on?
He's gone one-handed and he's just caught it. It's just knocked it forward with one hand.
Okay, let's have a look.
You want to have a look?
Wayne Barnes bringing in.
Whether or not there's a deliberate knock-on. I think it's by Henry Slade. Is he trying to make a tackle, or is he just deliberately knock the ball forward?
Bringing in Graham Hughes, our TMO, first time this afternoon.
Well, it's going to be a close one, this. A really difficult one for the officials.
It's just me on the screen. Yeah, thank you.
Slade's got really wide arms in the tackle. First of all, Simmons goes for it. He misses, gets to the outside here.
So that's the angle. I want to try and see
I
what
think he just about touches it, doesn't he? Yes, he does. He does touch it.
Leaving his hand there. It's not in the tackle. It's
now
it's yellow. Is it a penalty try?
Is there cover, like you said?
Yes. There's definitely a hand in the ball there, yes. Okay, now I need a wider view, please, because wide view and
the cover on the inside.
He deliberately knocks it on, because we're talking whether there's cover and whether it's a penalty try.
It's whether Armand gets on the inside. Is it
Ewers and Noel on the inside, but I think they're too far away.
I think Noel might be the man that lets them get away with it.
I'm not sure.
Defender, isn't there? There's that fullback.
Noel's there.
I think it's Noel that saves it.
But most rugby players watching that.
It's going to be a try. I think it's Jack Noel in the background covering. And we all agree on those facts. Okay.
So Wayne Barnes has basically done our job for us. Jack Noel is in the backfield, but every rugby player watching that thinks that that would have been a try had the ball been caught.
You're not in the tackle, you put one hand out there.
Slade to the bin.
It's not a penalty charge, I've got to cover defender, OK?
There will be no penalty try, but they will play for the next 10 minutes with 14 men, Exeter.
What we haven't seen because of all the replays that were needed about the knock-on was some of the build-up play from Saracens, having turned over at the kick-off, similar to Exeter. Particularly the no-look pass back on the inside by Alex Good to Owen Farrell. Lazowski finding room, giving it to Maro Itoje. This game started with a bang.
The first time Henry Slade has seen yellow in a Premiership match, and what a moment for it. 4 minutes approaching, Saracens dishing out Exeter some of their own medicine. That's the Chiefs' party trick. Saints have it in their locker, Saracens have it in their locker, and they are right back in it.
Yeah, going to a target you wouldn't necessarily expect. Jackson Ray sets up beautifully. You can see the role of Will Skelton spinning it round to take away Harry Williams and the rest of the guys at the front for the Chiefs. And then in come the cavalry from the back line. Maitland in there.
So there's lots of kind of noises.
Really big start. Just by the way they landed, they just went. They knew that they needed the momentum. Didn't want Exeter to get a foothold into stopping the drive, and they just ran it over the try line.
Well, we've done a lot of finals here on BT Sport, and never before have I been to such a boring opening to a game.
Breathless. Slid on past. Chiefs cling on to their slender advantage, 7 points to 5.
You just see the speed that those Saracens players enter. Brad Barrett on this side will take out Matt Kovacic and allow the players to run in behind him.
Up she goes from Joe Simmons. It's claimed by Lazowski just beyond the 22. Taken on now by Barrington, who's filled the enormous boots of Mako Vunipola. It's a great effect in the last few weeks. And Spencer himself playing the best rugby of his career, measured to perfection. It's there with Exeter though, and Dennis is using Ewers. In comes Lazowski. He could do with some support, Ewers. He's been bundled back to halfway. White for territory. Has he got too much on it? Into the in-goal area and beyond.
Yeah, it's such a shame for Exeter, because they dealt with Saracens' kick to compete perfectly, and actually it's the right option by White, but just the execution means they have to come all the way back to inside their own half for Saracens' scrum. Just kicked on that second bounce.
White amongst those referencing the hurt of last year. He and Jack Noel and Henry Slade particularly really scarred by what happened here a year ago.
First scrum for the Chiefs, they'll go down with 7. Matt Kovacic standing in, replacing Henry Slade in the back line.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
That's a right old jumble.
It's not been a strength for Saracens this year. Neither side. Set piece is particularly strong.
Both of you, just wait for a set.
Well, just looking back to the box kicking game, we spoke about it before the match. Watch Maitland here. Normally as a winger you chase from that side, but he goes inside to the wrong side to chase from, so he's trying to blindside, trying to change it up a little bit and trick it. But then look at the backfield. Nick White, watch what he does. He just watches Maitland. All he's doing is looking at his eyes, reads his eyes, and then waits for the tap back. He takes it, and that's how Exeter are trying to deal with it. Really, really clever play from Exeter.
Set.
It's going to be a defining factor, the aerial game, that's for sure, this afternoon. Solidity at scrum time, and then a little bit more from Saracens. Spencer breaks one way, Vunipola goes the other. Here's Maitland. Inside Cuthbert, inside Simmons. And there's the penalty. Spencer looking for it.
You've got to get your legs away from the ball.
And Debut is the man picked out.
It's one of those combination penalties. If Cuthbert's there on his own, he gets away with that. But the fact that Cuthbert actually traps his own teammate, Ewers, in the tackler now means they can't affect a decent clear out on Cuthbert.
I'm glad you did.
And in combination, they give away a penalty.
Debut is making his 100th Premiership appearance today, the 10th Chief to the Premiership ton.
Good scrum.
Back to his best after quite a few testing injuries.
Just speak to Toji's there, just about potentially holding in.
Another chance for Saracens to take the lead. Owen Farrell
Make sure you don't hold
in
anyone
familiar
in the scrum. If you
pose.
go that side, you're in a bit of trouble.
His best day from the tee in the semi-final against Gloucester. But off days are rare indeed. Look, a particularly clean strike from Farrell, but he's cleared the bar with a little to spare. And Saracens move in front as we head for the 10-minute mark. And 4 minutes left remaining on the Henry Slade yellow.
We're speaking about controlling the middle third of the pitch, in and around halfway. Exeter haven't managed that with the first set. They got the ball back in Nick White, but kicked it long, gave Saracens the scrum, and from there they get another 3 points.
Lazowski stopped early. Another penalty going Saracens' way.
Every time, is it?
Not Kovacic this time, and their
Number 8, sorry.
Saracens players understand they're having a little word in Wayne Barnes' ear. They feel that that's something that the Chiefs are doing persistently. Oz.
Just looking at that first scrum, Ben, and look at Kovacic in the backfield. They're obviously worried about Billy Vunipola picking and going, so they all come to this side. There's Kovacic, the second arrow. But then Sarries trick him and go to the short side. But what that means is that they're left short of numbers.
There's Brad Barrett, head down. Whipped away by Spencer for Vunipola. Looks for the offload. Spencer there quickly. Lightning delivery. Farrell punches it through. Jackson Ray hurdling defenders. Back goes Noel. Test and kick that. Noel breaking through the first tackle. Being ushered towards the touchline. Ewers, so well Noel, in a confined space.
Make sure you're onside. Let him go. Half a step.
Maitland waits. Cuthbert, good challenge. Did that go forwards?
Advantage over.
Advantage is over. Farrell pouring forwards. This is Billy Vunipola, brought down by Yendall. Saracens' power game to the fore. Vunipola throws the dummy, looking for the offload. Nobody present. Jamie George arrives. Trouble here for those in black. Shipped onwards by Goods and Itoji, and forwards.
Well, it's just electric from Saracens, moving the point of attack, getting big power runners through the middle, offloads off the floor.
Yeah, the offloads game really starting to come to the fore. Billy Vunipola involved lots of times. Lovely bit of footwork there, gets the offload away, gets straight back to his feet, and it's him who has to play from the base. And then they're trying to get to that outside channel. Exeter jamming in on the edge with Cuthbert. You can see Simmons appreciating the work of his winger. Saracens are really working well to create that space on the outside, using the combination of Vunipola and Skelton as a decoy runner. So send the big runner down the channel. Here we go. And there's Skelton straight after Vunipola. And just trying to get to those soft edges, hold those defenders, knowing that the big second row's coming. We've already heard Exeter over the ref's mic name-dropping Skelton when he's in that position.
Just make sure we fight the state square. Go forward first. Yeah.
So a little bit of repair work for Vincent Koch, who seems to be fit again, ready to go. Don't forget tonight the big one, Tottenham against Liverpool, Champions League final. Tonight at 6 o'clock, BT Sport 2 and 4K UHD, and on Wednesday, Rugby Tonight in its usual slot for the review of the season. 8 o'clock Wednesday, BT Sport 1. Tomahawk chop ringing around Twickenham Stadium. And the Chiefs looking to get out of this precarious area.
That's why I've reset it.
He'll be acutely aware of what happened to Gloucester in the semi-final. Ben, score that early try. You need to continue that momentum. You do not want to be chasing Saracens.
Absolutely. Just what they've added. You know, we talk about the basics of their game, but some of the offloading, the freedom they're playing with is superb, and you don't want to be giving away free kicks in this area. Skelton trying to get the ball back. Vunipola wants to go quickly.
At the moment, Chiefs falling foul of Wayne Barnes. They're going to go for another scrum, Saracens.
There's still no Kovacic in the scrum. He's still in the back line.
We spoke beforehand about ball in, hook, and then push. That was push and then trying to get the ball in.
Interesting defensive structure. As I said, obviously worried about Billy Vunipola's breaking from the scrum. So they bring Kovacic out the scrum. I don't know what you think, Ben, but I think that's a real issue. That's very easy to overcompensate for something and you lose out elsewhere. They're worried about Billy Vunipola's pick and go, but if he gets momentum into Kovacic, we saw it against Leinster. It takes more than one man to stop him.
And the big scrum here will tie in the forwards, having to work, particularly those flankers work extra hard.
Here he goes, Billy Vunipola, felled by Kovacic. Did his job, but it's quick ball for Saracens. And Maro Itoje is there. Spencer. They pound away. Options left and right. Vincent Koch the latest. Chiefs trying to hold fast here on their 5-metre line, now 3 metres away. Little snipe from Spencer. Has momentum carried him through? It has. Tries either way for the scrum halves. Spencer for Saracens. Profiting from all that hard work from the heavy carriers.
That's not only momentum carrying through, it's momentum that creates the half gap for him. The momentum of the big ball carriers either side of him. Cruz gets an extra couple of yards, and then they're numbered up on the outside. They feel they have to go forward to stop some of the momentum, and it's Joe Simmons who can't manage to get a big enough shot on Skelton going back towards the breakdown, and the coach is delighted.
7th in the Premiership, 10th full season, and a try in the final to cap what has been an outstanding campaign for Ben Spencer. Man of the match in the semi-final, maybe nudging his way onto the plane to Japan for England. It's a rarity, a real rarity from Farrell. Oz.
As you said, the power game and the threats all over the field mean that there's just gaps appearing everywhere. And this one's from Simmons. He's actually worried about the far side. He's trying to rearrange people and think they're going the other way. And he just finds himself half a yard too wide. And that means the first step gets through the tackle. Saris are playing such good rugby. Until then.
It comes from Itoje, but Yendall was alive to it. And he's onto it for the Chiefs. And they are in the 22. Slade back with us. White to the short side. Look at the speed with which Itoje is up, but Devoto has shaken him off. Devoto charging towards the line. Here's O'Flaherty. Support arrives. Williams is there. Moon trundles up. Denied just a yard shy.
This is where they want to be. They want to camp here now. They'll go phase after phase, decision-making, just looking for that weakness.
Here's Ewers. Defenders folding underneath attackers, doing their level best to repel those in black. Noel getting his hands dirty as well. They drive once more. Still there for the Exeter Chiefs. Red shirts flying in Desperation. Absolute desperation.
I've not got a ground interview. Okay, back we come. No, we checked the knock on. It wasn't. It was off red. Offside.
Goodness.
No need. Held up.
Interesting penalty for offside, because I think Ewers dummies at the base. He dummies the pickup. It pulls them offside and then he goes. So really interesting to maybe see again how they got this penalty.
Penalty.
This is only going one place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Into the corner. Exeter need a bit of time in the comfort zone for them, the red zone of the opposition. Build some pressure. It's all been on top of them over the last 15 minutes or so.
As they land, please. As they land.
So they go to the tried and trusted. The catch and drive, such a weapon.
They will have needed his work on their line-out actual delivery this week, because last week it didn't function as well as they would have liked.
Yandel finds Kovacic. Devoto driven backwards by Farrell, and Cruz in there as well. Bodies on the line here, and Ewers is muscling forwards. The Latchers doing their best as well. White is over the ball. Here's Dave Dennis combining with Kovacic. One more metre will do it. One more pick and drive. Somehow, Saracens are finding a way to stop this effort, but for how long? A 1,000 carries. Kovacic burrowing forwards.
He's done really well. I'm surprised he hasn't had another look at that card coming.
Yeah, yellow.
3 penalties, first try, second one, third one, you.
Itoji to the bin.
Offside.
Itoji does go really early. Dennis manages to ride the initial challenge and go over the top of him, but short of the line.
You do have to kick it, sorry.
And now they have to do it all over again with one man less, and what a big presence to lose in that Saracens forward pack.
Well, Henry Slade's yellow cost Exeter 13 points. How costly will Maru Itoji's infringement prove? Yendel, all kinds of movement in the line-out. It goes to Armand.
Skelton can stay there, but he can't change his mind. Really good riposte from the Saracens forwards. Need to get the ball back. There it is with Yendel.
Skelton clings onto him. Just slows things up. Kovacic stopped by Vincent Koch. Moon buffeted by these red shirts. Armand enveloped by Brunapola, and that's gone backwards. They're a little fortunate.
Went backwards, then came off a foot to go forward.
Chiefs' interrogation of this Saracens defence continues. White feeds it back. Ewers scrapes over the line. Try awarded. It took a little longer than they were hoping for. A little more muscle power, but Ewers gets it done.
The way the Chiefs just stole extra centimetres every time they hit the ground. Just watch the work on the floor as they hit, and they just buy an extra couple of centimetres. Then comes the hit from Ewers. That gives them a little bit closer to the line. Then Dennis goes, and they keep the leg drive going. Again, just buying fractions of a yard. And now, as they pick round the corner, the shoulder goes down towards the ground, and he keeps fighting to get to the line. He's allowed to place it immediately. The referee's perfectly placed. The try's awarded.
It's the Chiefs game, isn't it? Some people think it's boring. I think it shows brilliant control and great confidence. And as Ben said, they don't present the ball as they hit the floor. They wait to be cleaned an extra 2 yards further each time. And it's almost the inevitable. And you've got guys like him. How are you supposed to stop him from 1 metre?
Well, there's an air of inevitability about it for the most part. Saracens, I think, well capable of understanding that is part and parcel of taking on the Chiefs. There will be tries from close range. Simmons, lovely conversion, and Exeter regain the lead. 14 points to 13. Not 22 minutes gone, we've had 27 points.
You're going to have a lie down at half-time.
We need to get a new abacus as well.
What a psychological boost for the Chiefs, though. Having been down, soaked up all that pressure, giving away scores, they had to get back into this game. It was all looking Saracens, and they've gone back to type, the thing that served them so well, that differentiates them from every other team, and it's paid dividends.
Slade on the gather.
And use it.
Johnny Hill, the last piece of the jigsaw puzzle, the caterpillar puzzle. If it goes from White, and in comes Good. Didn't take it clean first time around. Yendel's onto it. White has it. And he's looking for territory. Farrell chasing back.
They've been winning that kicking game. We expect the Saracens to come here and dominate in the air, but it's been Exeter that have taken control.
It's Cuthbert, isn't it? The ideal player with his height to try and counteract that kicking game and take it to Saracens.
Let's bring in Rob Baxter, the Chiefs Director of Rugby. Rob, chaotic, crazy first 23 minutes or so. What's the reading of it from your perspective? You had the perfect start, goodness.
Yeah, we're settling in, but you know, we're certainly going to have to work very hard, probably defensively, to kill some of this momentum. Where, to be fair to Saracens, once they get on the front foot against us, it's like a roller coaster, isn't it? It's going to take a bit of stopping, but you know, two things can happen. A, time can take a bit of running at the legs, and we start winning a few collisions. Their attacking threat may lessen, but we're going to have to work extremely hard in defence to stop the speed of ball, because when they get their speed of ball, start offloading, it's looking pretty hard to stop.
Rob, is that going to be a decision to be made at half-time, whether you play more with ball in hand and starve them with possession? Because, as you said, in attack they've looked very, very good with the ball.
There's a few things we can do. Like I say, I think actually we've got a couple of guys out there that actually can just settle down a little bit and actually think their way through the game a bit better. And I think if we think a little bit quicker, we can probably get ourselves in position a bit better. We can start to, get on the front foot defensively as well as in attack. So some of it is just settling down and getting some clarity about, how we want to play. So I'm not completely concerned, but we've got to fight to win some of those battles now.
Rob, thanks very much for your time.
Thanks very much.
Thunderous collision in the midfield with Dennis meeting Skelton. Maitland is brought down. Farrell for Good. Sent wide for Ray and George. Liam Williams carving back against the grain. Good progress made, well beyond the 10-metre line. First carry for Liam Williams. Spencer. Fired away by Cruz. Not a whole lot of options to the left. Farrell brings it back to the big men. Vunipola.
Yeah, Armand read Vunipola really well then, got off the line.
A bit more pace injected on the ball by Farrell this time around.
Looks like Don Armand may have taken a knock to the head. Little shake of the head there.
Pick up from Alex Good, one-handed, fires it along the ground for another 20 metres or so.
I don't know whether it's his head or his right shoulder, having made the hit, whether Vunipola running full tilt at you. And he's just caused a bit of nerve damage in his... It's as Vunipola falls on top of him, maybe. He'd read that option really well.
I think that's HIA for just doctor said.
As you said, Ben, he looks like he's shaping the shoulder, but maybe use the HIA as well to check it.
So Don Armand leaves us for the time being, replaced by Sam Skinner. Salmon man of the match in the 2017 final, of course, which they won after extra time against Wasps.
Just in nose body position if you're going to have a crack at the ball, Matt.
But there's quality all the way through the squad, and Skinner has made big strides this season too. International debut. Played in that chaotic Calcutta Cup match here a little earlier in spring. And he rises to gather it in. Ewers finding a small chink of light.
Yeah, penalty, Nick.
Messing.
The Chiefs have got penalty advantage. They could take this.
They're sending it wide through Devoto. Slade feeds Noel. Slips past Farrell. Still going Noel. So hard to bring down. Look at the power he's got as well in the contact. Simmons. O'Flaherty.
Let's have a look.
Scored that wonder try in the semi-final, and he's backing himself again here. He's lost possession of the ball. It's been picked up by Dennis. He's all alone, Dave Dennis. Is he going to feed that back? Touchline perilously close. The touch is found.
Well, Exeter get away with that. The steal on the floor, but after stealing it, he put the foot in touch. But Dennis just first to react. There's O'Flaherty, who just saw Jackson Ray opportunity to attack in wide channels. Dennis reacts the quickest, and then Liam Williams in first, steals the ball, but just puts his foot in touch as he steals it. Exeter get the line out.
Simmons waiting, organising the little pod around him as the forwards clatter up towards that 22. White.
Just a knock-on advantage. Just a knock-on.
Jamie George is Exeter with the advantage. It's Yendall. Keeps it alive. Skinner. White. Again, the red shirts flying forwards. And we'll go back for the scrum.
No, I called it over. He ran about 20 metres. Say again?
Exeter players just asking whether they'll come back for the advantage on Jamie George's knock-on.
It was a knock-on in the tackle from Harry Williams, and then it bumped into Farrell. So it's a scrum. No, it's just a knock-on. Just a knock-on. Just a knock-on. Harry Williams was carrying the ball. He lost the ball forward into Farrell. It then went forward off Farrell. Say again, mate. I hear you.
Yeah, Saracen scrum.
Oh no, I called it over when you Jack went down the line. Not from you. Mate, it was just a knock-on.
Not playing an advantage from a little bit earlier.
He'd just called it over. It was Jamie George going for that interception. He'd just called it over when they made the break down the left-hand side.
OK, last scrums have been good now. OK, we've got that space, we've got that height. Just take your time.
Maybe, certainly on their own ball,
scrum for a while, so get
Chiefs might be
discipline.
looking to try and exploit the Saracens' front row to some degree. Barrington and Koch not been first choice, with Makavanapola and Lamasatelli preferred in recent weeks.
As you can see there, Koch's got Liam Williams binding on him rather than Maro Itoje. But again, Exeter in their desperation pre-engage and give away a free kick, and what an easy release that is for Saracens.
So that's the second time Chiefs have fallen foul of that. Maro Itoje is going to have to wait just a little bit longer to come back on the pitch. This is O'Flaherty. A chatter about whether they would include Santiago Cordero, not quite at total fitness, we understand. Simmons, Devoto, Slade. Skinner.
Tackle, that's okay. Ripped in the tackle.
Lost possession of it. It's rolled forwards. White has been quick to react. O'Flaherty bringing in Noel. Again slips past one and a second. That was high from Skelton. Ewers. Simmons, little dart. He's still going. Joe Simmons past the flailing arms of Cruz. O'Flaherty is flattened
What an intervention from Williams.
Harry, do better.
Wide they go. Hill. Williams again with the tackle. White. Quick ball here for the Chiefs. Noel again, popping up everywhere. Here's Slade. Very, very close. Such an important tackle from Good. White though. Noel. Saracens scrambling desperately now. They've managed to slow up the ball very, very significantly. Chiefs back in familiar pose. Another little nudge, and over they go. Johnny Hill finds the line. And again, the power game. Allied to the speed of ball then.
But it's the variation when they get into that area. Everyone's expecting them, as we're seeing Noel just get that extra break in towards the try line, and once they're there, the danger that they possess. And we're so often, everyone expecting Yandel to pick and go himself there. But Hill just stands out wide. Yandel takes out two defenders, and Hill just has a one-on-one to the line, and with all that height, he's going to win the battle. And it's that variation, sometimes the pass, sometimes the pick and go, sometimes 9 giving the pass, that makes them such a threat.
Yeah, they've got real variation across the field, the Chiefs, at the minute. We wondered whether Sarries would be tired. When there's 10 minutes left in this half, the energy, you have to say, is with the Chiefs.
Well, just as it cost Exeter, that yellow card for Maro Itoje has cost Saracens dear. Denied this time. 19 points to 13, 32 minutes gone. Itoje back on the field, and conversations ongoing regarding the inclusion or otherwise of Don Almond.
Well, we're hearing he's passed his HIA, but he can't come on because you have to sit out for mandatory 10 minutes. But here's the try. All the eyes on Yandel and him picking and going around the corner. And all you need is a fraction of a second's hesitation in the defensive line. That's what's caused by the distraction, and Exeter on top.
Jack Noel just riding the tackles. He has an unbelievable ability to slip through, batter his way past. White. Playing brilliantly by Good. Clung onto though by O'Flaherty. Clear out from Vincent Cock, and Nick White is straight onto it. Itoje clamped over it as well, but it's Chiefs ball. Smart bit of thinking from the Australian scrum half, and here's Ewers again on the march.
What a great line from Ewers, knowing Itoje wants to get out and smash him behind the gain line, just drifted on the pass.
Simmons for Devoto. There's that
Chest.
flat red line, the wall that is so tough to penetrate.
No.
White holds it up. Moon. Not held. Oh, he was held.
You can't get up and run off, Ben. You can't get up and run off. Place the ball.
And of course within Farrell range.
Yeah, costly. Hugely frustrating to give away a simple penalty like that for the coaches.
I'll come and find you. I'll come and find you, Jack.
It's all been plain sailing off the tee for Farrell this afternoon.
Go for goal.
Just 1 from 3.
No, okay.
He can get back up, but he has to let go of the ball before he does. He can leave it under his body.
Yeah, all I've seen.
I think Moon feels like he wasn't held. It's almost like Lazowski peeled off him as he landed on his back.
That's what it's looking like. So all I'm saying is you just let it settle. Once the ball's in, have a crack. Harry said he was.
Arnold looks ready to return. And the necessary time has elapsed. will be brought back. But in the meantime, Farrell to cut the deficit. 1 from 3 so far this afternoon. 75% across the Premiership as a whole this season. That one never really in doubt from Owen Farrell. 3 points the difference. Less than 5 minutes to the break. Saracens flags waving. Skinner off. Armand on. Becomes such an important cog in the wheel. Don Armand, leadership, unstinting work rate as well. Well, Baxter will be delighted to be able to deploy him. Cruz arches the back and gathers it in.
That's a more now, fellas. Don't change your mind, Johnny. Okay. You're right, okay, that's right.
Noel and Simmons waiting in the backfield. Looks like Spencer's going to use Vunipola.
Still in. Still in.
And now to the air.
Let it go, please. Let it go, Joe.
Maitland hurtling after it. Noel clings on. Shakes off the attentions of Vincent Koch as well. Simmons. Slade. O'Flaherty. Nice pick up from Yendall. Great little tip on. Dennis reading it nicely. The clear out is good too. Kovacic held by Skelton.
All the way you can.
Simmons. Cuthbert.
Thank you.
Simmons again for Dave Dennis. Popping up all over the place in recent weeks. Kovacic, two-man tackle on the Exeter number 8.
Hands away now, you've lost. Jackson Ray stole it.
Bodies everywhere.
Ollie Devoto replayed.
No. Sauntering and then trying to step on the gas. Kovacic. Again, it's Dennis. Again, the tackles come in.
Might want to choose who you run into. Vunipola and Skelton.
Here's Slade. Again, the two-man tackle.
Let him
George
go.
and Ray this time. To the short side they go with a little bit more pace. Armand trying to bust his way through Williams. He's done that. He's done well. White. Ewers. Chiefs hogging the ball at the moment, as they love to do. Devoto. Powerful surge. Dennis again. Wheeled round by Vunipola. Nick White off on another little foray. And they close in on the danger zone again. Exeter hunting their 4th try. White organising. He's been sucked into the ruck. Yendall.
Saracens have to stay onside. Toji's already been to the bin for it.
We could throw a blanket over the Chiefs right now. Only O'Flaherty has any width at all. Ewers. A little bit isolated. Vunipola staying in over the top of the ball. Here's Jack. No! Couldn't quite reach the arms out.
Hand up! Hand up!
Exeter, though, no. They are right where they want to be. Here's Ewers again. Bodies folding underneath him.
Ball held up, scrum 5.
Yeah, that's good. Just took the medicine, lay down and let Ewers dive on top of him.
It's really clever play defensively, isn't it? But how good have Exeter been in the last 5 minutes? Maybe you could argue at the breakdown getting away with 1 or 2 things. I thought there was a neck roll on Brad Barrett earlier. And occasionally when they're clearing out there, Ben, not always using their arms.
Yeah, I think Saracens also lying on top of them for a moment. You can see Itoje there rolling on top, just buying a fraction of a second for his defensive line to get in place, but this is Alex Good, just stays underneath, holds onto the ball, and in come the reinforcements.
Oz.
Yeah, I thought it was a neck roll, and I think it was. Brad Barrett gets over the ball. If you watch the arm around the neck, it gets spun out and rolled out. It's not easy to see because there's a lot going on, but it looked like a net roll to me.
Look at that. Look at that statistic, bottom left. 37 Exeter phases in the opposition 22.
It's incredible, isn't it?
What I like is when they do get repelled by Saracens, they're not panicking, they're getting back to within 5 metres of the line. That break by Noel where he just uses his footwork in the contact to buy his team an extra 2.5 metres. That's the difference between scoring those tries and giving up too easily and getting knocked back by Saracens.
And these are the moments, aren't they? Just a handful of seconds left on the clock, so one last big push here from the Chiefs. We saw how Saracens damaged Leinster in those championship minutes with the clock in the red at the end of the first half at St James's Park in the Champions Cup final. Can the Chiefs get it done here against Saracens?
Just put all your weight across somebody.
Give themselves something of a buffer as they go to the break.
The clock's gone red. Jack Noel in behind Joe Simmons, behind the scrum.
It's the first time he's lost a gap on your side, okay?
Henry Slade just having a word with his fly half. He's out on the right. Devoto splits to the other side with O'Flaherty. There they are. Which way are they going to roll round? Brad Barrett, defensive captain, on this right-hand side.
Penalty, Exeter. Now then, this is a genuine decision to make because the Chiefs, as we know, do not like taking shots at goal.
They do now.
It's absolutely right.
But given the clock, given the situation, it has to be the pragmatic, sensible option.
Exactly, but it was so different because you
It's actually quite a difficult kick to the corner anyway, from right under the post. But absolutely the right call.
For example, where we will actually have a scrum.
Or yeah, exactly.
Well, they like to think
when you're positive, it's really easy.
that their approach is full of positivity and optimism. This time, it's just the obvious thing to do. And Exeter, the Exeter Chiefs, go to the break, leading the European champions, the reigning Premiership champions, by 22 points to 16. We've seen 38 points in the first 40 minutes. We've seen 5 tries, and it is delicately balanced at the break. Half-time, Exeter 22, Saracens 16.
Chiefs 22, Saracens 16.
So an important change to tell you about in the Saracens ranks. Nick Tompkins is out there, and he's out there because Brad Barrett has come off. Captain of this side, hamstring related or otherwise. It is a tactical change, we understand. He's got through the first half. Time for Tompkins, who of course scored a hat-trick in 16 minutes off the bench in the semi-final against Gloucester. And a reminder that only one team has lost a Premiership final, having led at half-time. Bath let it slip in 2004 against Wasps. Exeter have their tails up. Saracens unquestionably will show us their champion response as they get us underway through Owen Farrell. And it lands with Jack Noel, who's been taking the restarts with great relish, and he's been slipping through a ridiculous number of tackles today. Nick White organising at the base. Chiefs unchanged. And the precision of the exit strategy is very Saracens-like. Brilliantly taken by Liam Williams, who sets off before he's enveloped by Matt Kvesic.
Spencer's taking a bang to the head and all that, though. They're playing without a scrum half.
Itoje steps in. Skelton drives forward.
Liam Williams is holding his hip. I wonder whether it's his hip on Spencer's head.
Back it goes, and Farrell feeds Williams, and because of the medics on the field attending to Spencer, the whistle is blown.
Yeah, he just gets caught in between Williams' hip, and I think there's O'Flaherty on the charge for the ball. Yeah, oh,
yeah,
not nice that.
Sandwich Barnsley from that gathering the kick.
Well, the pair of them are down.
They're allowed to run back towards the ball.
They've got a man who knows what they're doing at number 9, that's for sure.
They've got some young kid on the bench to come on. Hardly any experience of Premiership finals to pass on to everyone else.
Just 5 Premiership trophies to Richard Wigglesworth's name. Very uncomfortable.
Just going to be a scrum, okay?
So at the very least, you'd expect him to head off for an HIA. So Wigglesworth on, turning 36 next Sunday. And a place in his 7th Premiership final. Extraordinary statistic, but quality exchanged for quality. So don't forget tonight, 6 o'clock.
So we spoke about this before half-time.
After we've admired the extraordinary statistics of Richard Wigglesworth and co. The Champions League final, Tottenham, Liverpool, BT Sport 2 and 4K UHD. And Wednesday Rugby tonight for our review of the Gallagher Premiership season, including the final, of course, 8 o'clock, BT Sport 1 Wednesday. Sarri's ball at the time of the whistle being blown, so Sarri's put in. Wigglesworth with Liam Williams off his way and he spilt it. Uncharacteristic error from the injury. And the penalty's been awarded too,
yeah, he gives away the penalty. Having dropped it, tries to recover the situation. This gives the Chiefs the opposition to get out of their half, deep into Saracens' half.
Strange from Saracens. Normally in this period, they're very, very strong from 40 minutes to 60. Only concede 3 points on average all season. This part of the game is where they normally take hold of the match.
They have to stop Exeter here, don't they? They can't allow them another entry into the 22.
Long they go, all the way over the top, and Devoto is there. He's had a very bright first 40 minutes. So too Dennis, who stopped in his tracks by a combination of Skelton and Ray. Fed on from Kovacic, whipped through the hands of Devoto. Armand, show of the ball. White. Devoto. Hill, one of the try scorers. Toji's onto it, he has to give it up. Nick White wants it, and the penalty's awarded. Liam Williams coming through. And Toji trying to grapple whilst lying prone. So error compounding error.
And no surprises where this is going. Wigglesworth saying it didn't go right into the corner. His assistant agrees with him. 10 metres out, that's a poor miss. In terms of the placement of the kick, it's a long way out, but the Chiefs will just secure their ball and build, but at least Saracens can put bodies in the air, knowing they've got some breathing space should Chiefs win it.
It's been stolen by Cruz and smuggled backwards, and Wigglesworth sends it airborne. O'Flaherty hit by Farrell.
Hold. Inside.
Simmons. And a little dart himself.
Not now. No, don't touch the 9. Good work.
White. Actually, Wigglesworth with the tackle that time around. Dennis steps in. Noel. I think they've decided they're going to need at least 3 men on Jack Noel from here on in.
That's a penalty.
You're on the floor, you're out
silly penalty for Devoto to give away.
It's actually very, very lucky from Devoto, because it was cynical, but he's done exactly the right thing. If that ball comes out of there, Exeter in all sorts of bother defensively. Just by knocking it out of Wigglesworth's hands, he could well have saved his team a try.
That steal, had they kicked it further into the corner, there's the first Maybe got away with that one, but that you're never going to get away with.
Yeah, perfect. Thanks, mate.
Right,
George Cruz steal. George Cruz steal at the line out. Had that gone right into the corner, I think they only would have been able to put one pod up.
Jamie George to Jackson Ray. Sarries needing a response, and surely they will find one. The resilience of this group is becoming legendary.
Be careful on the floor.
It was worth rearranging the furniture. Koch, that's gone forwards. Gathered in by Simmons and Noel. Good. Slips past Slade. Runs into Noel. Gets up, goes again. Cuthbert is there. Vunipola. Farrell tucks it through. Trouble potentially. Simmons is onto it. Maitland working really hard.
Thanks, mate. You're a tackler. You've got to come on. Legs!
Reinforcements shortly to arrive from the Chiefs bench. See the whole of the replacement front row lining up as White sizes up the clearance.
It's a brilliant kick from White because he saw Vunipola in the backfield. Sometimes you keep that on, other times you spot who's going to take it back and you get it off the pitch.
Got his high risk, Alex Good carrying the ball back.
1, 2, 3, please.
It's come directly from a turnover. He hadn't managed to control it cleanly, and then there was a really good defensive line in front of him as he carried back, but he managed to stay on his feet just long enough for Maro Itoje to get to him.
Early deployment from the bench. Rob Baxter bringing on Hepburn, Cowan-Dickey and Francis.
That's good. He doesn't control it first time. Look at that defensive line in front of him. He doesn't go to the air, but he does just well enough to stay up for the cavalry to arrive. And they get decent ball. That's the confidence Alex Good has in his teammates.
Itoje for Wigglesworth. Good via Vunipola. Good pressure from the Chiefs. Slade is onto it. And enough men back. This is Tompkins.
Ball is out.
The
Ball
day he
clearly
had in the
exposed.
semi-final. His 100th first-team appearance and a hat-trick in little more than a quarter of an hour. Wigglesworth drives it downfield. Simmons just got onto that a little bit.
It's not a bad kick, is it, from Wigglesworth? He knows what he wants. He just wants a starting point where Saracens can go to their 100% plays.
Rich, thank you. Like I didn't penalise you for playing the 9.
Rhodes
No need to lie on him.
preparing
Just no need to lie on him. That's all I'm saying.
for his first taste of the action. Will Skelton will be the man making way. Diamond, the Chiefs captain now. We understand that Ben Spencer has passed his head injury assessment.
A lot of body loss by Exeter behind the ball now. Saracens in really good shape. Need to keep their patience. That yellow line's where they started. The referee tells Wigglesworth that's once. They'll have to play away next time it stops. But it still trundles on.
Yeah, not speedy progress, but progress regardless. Tompkins. Driven back behind that 22. Wigglesworth to the short side. Maitland. White up early.
What a tackle by White. Saw the threat. Skelton knew it was going to be not the man he wanted to be one-on-one with, and just got to him before he got the ball.
It's the kind of treatment they've been dishing out all afternoon. Exeter, it's their turn to get to grips with things defensively. Cruz feeds it to Wigglesworth. Farrell, wonderful pass across the face, and Tompkins is away. Out of the back of the hands, through the fingertips of Liam Williams and into touch. Frustration.
Fantastic defence from the Chiefs out wide. It's a brilliant pass. Gets them to the outside from Farrell. You think Tompkins is going to be off Larty then? Look at the angle, and Noel does so well. He doesn't bite in. He backs the confidence of the inside defence and enables to stay in the eye line of Williams. Absolutely first-class defence from the Chiefs.
On your front man, thanks.
Skelton's off. Rhodes is on, and Johnny Hill has secured it for Exeter. Nick White is in potentially a spot of bother. He's isolated.
Take a step, set.
Wigglesworth, by the way, here for keeps. And Spencer won't be returning. And again, Nick White fires it out of immediate danger, but only just beyond the 22, so trouble averted for the moment.
Line's yours, mate. Okay. Yeah, line's yours, mate.
It looks like White's coming off. I think he's got cramp or maybe pulled a
One
calf.
stop, please. 5.
Clark Dickey's limping as well. He got injured in a clear out. The new hooker on the field.
So treatment in the first instance for White. Johnny Hill's been replaced permanently now by Sam Skinner.
Sorry, mate, just make sure you're right. We don't want to rush. We didn't know.
Is it the kick itself?
Sure.
He's going to stick with it. No Stuart Townsend, of course, for the entirety of the season for the Chiefs with nasty ACL injury. Jack Maunda, the man covering 9. In the meantime, it's Saracens on the charge, and they are in need of a pick-me-up. Itoje, shut down early by Francis. Rhodes left out. This is Jackson Ray. Wigglesworth. Oh, it's gone loose, and it's been swallowed up by Cuthbert. Lazowski couldn't cling on to it.
Sarries tried the same play there that they used in the final for the try for Maitland.
Just not quite getting the collision wins they were in the final, are they, Saracens? Skelton's off the field now, Vunipola and Rhodes, and that Jackson Ray being relied on for that. The passing has to give Vunipola a chance.
He's gone forwards as he gathered it in. And the Chiefs, well, they find themselves with a big net gain.
Well, psychologically, the swing is certainly going towards the Chiefs, because Saracens in that first 20 minutes, every time they got into the Chiefs' danger zone, they were causing them problems, but the Chiefs defensively look very comfortable. They're getting off the line, they're making their shots, they're forcing errors. And Saracens need that leadership now. They need the likes of Vunipola, Farrell, Wigglesworth to get their basics spot on, to give themselves the opportunity to play the sort of game plan that has got them to this position.
Proper test, as it should be. The Gallagher Premiership final. Big test of Saracens' resolve from here.
Okay, that's fine. It's played away.
Nice up from the base.
You're off your feet. You're off your feet.
Not the tidiest, but here's Ewers again. All hunch and crunch. Beyond the 10-metre line they go. White looking for the penalty. He's found the penalty potentially. Slade looks to chip ahead. The ball is blocked. Flying forwards now. Cuthbert. Wayne Bars might want to look at this.
Have a chat.
Close. I'm siding with Saracens, but
What's happening when the ball has been ricocheted?
Yeah, okay, so just see first kick and then grounding kick. Okay, Uzi, so we just want to get, first of all, from the kick, so we've had a kick through, charge down from Alex Good. We want to see what happens after that, to make sure that's all legit, and then we're looking at grounding, try yes or no.
It's no try, I can tell you that definitely, that Red grounded the ball.
Well.
Okay, so...
great pace.
It is great pace. He's so quick for a big guy. I just sense that Sarries, Lazowski got his hand to it first.
That's off Good, just off the legs at the moment, so nothing wrong. It's then kick through.
He's onside.
Onside, and he accelerates through. Who wins the foot race?
But it's 13 there, bang.
Just Lazowski.
There.
Oof.
No, I called it over, mate. Called it over.
It was casual from Alex Lazowski.
22.
Casual but mighty effective. And Saracens are off the
Called
hook.
it off. Called it over. You almost scored a try.
Dave Ewer's carry, it just gave them all the momentum, so they can pick and choose Henry Slade, that little kick through, because there's no defensive line speed in front of him.
Real depth from the 22 dropout. This is O'Flaherty. Straight down the throat of Alex Good. George. To find a little bit of momentum at the moment. They've been cut off at the knees. Latest tackle coming in from Hepburn. A little static from Saracens. Jackson Ray tries to inject some pace, but they're not finding too many holes. Lazowski, surely that was forwards. And they're being shot down. They're being suffocated at the moment. Saracens are finding spaces and holes very hard to come by.
Just look at the energy on the field. You often see it from Sarries when they get in front, pats on the back, loads of noise from the likes of Maro Itoje. But this you don't see. You don't see the mistakes, the unforced errors. And then just on the back of that, Exeter get round each other. There's loads of noise and the energy builds.
The belief is growing in Exeter, isn't it? It really is. You can see they just need to keep doing what they're doing, nothing different. Swarm through, try and catch Saracens in behind, chop those big runners off at the knees.
Let's bring in Alex Sanderson, part of the Saracens coaching setup. Alex, we've been talking about this loss of momentum of yours at the moment. They seem to be out-Saracening you almost to some degree. Would you go along with that?
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. We spoke at half-time just about our intensity and certainly the game that Exeter brought, and they've brought the game to us. It's them running at us in terms of their attack and our defence. And we had a choice to make at half-time. We can either dust ourselves off, stop feeling sorry for ourselves in this heat, or actually go at them and have a proper go at them. And maybe that aggression is flowing into some of those handling errors you can see at the moment, but fair game to Exeter. They brought their best today, and it's showing at present in the scoreline and on the field.
Oh, we've seen loads of physicality from you guys, but that occasion there was probably one of the only times somebody getting over the ball. You don't seem to be competing at the breakdown.
You need to win the collisions, as you know that, don't you? And at the moment, certainly in the first half, we weren't really winning any of those collisions. Plus, when you get down to 14 men, with the width that Exeter play at, you've got to really pick and choose those opportunities wisely. And you saw that from that scrum, for instance. We put 2 in from the base of that scrum, and it left us open on that next phase there. So you've got to be really smart when you put your heads in. Probably in the wide channels, but certainly in the back of dominant collisions. First prize is we start banging them, and then we'll start making better choices.
Al, we've seen incredible resilience from your lot over the years. You've played a lot of rugby, though, a lot of knockout rugby. How anxious are you with 25 minutes left to go? How confident? Let's put this 2 ways. You can either be anxious that you might not have enough in the tank, or you've seen it enough times from this group of players to know they can overturn this.
My smile belays my mood most of the time. Like, I'm always anxious. I'm always stressed out at this point in the game. But I've got confidence in these boys. Being with them for 10 years, I know they've got it in the tanks. And whether not through fitness, certainly through character and a bit of heart. So, yeah, I'm backing them. I think they're going to come back in. This game is far from over.
Great stuff. Thanks, Al.
Cheers, buddy.
Just the one area that there is a difference, as you look at the difference in the front row on the bench for Saracens and the front row on the bench for Exeter. They've got all internationals come off the bench. Saracens are having to go. This is the injury to Jackson Ray. Saracens are having to go for as long as possible with their front line. Jackson Ray is another senior leader they could not do with losing. Barrett already off the field.
We've got some firepower. Mike Rhodes already with us. Nick Ezekwe is there in reserve too, but for the moment Jackson Ray is good to go. One of those blokes who just puts it in every single week.
He's been exceptional today as well. Really has fired them forwards, both sides of the ball.
This could be one of the reasons why Exeter on top. They've really out-Sarries with a kicking game in the air. Completely own that mid part of the pitch that we spoke about in the demo before the game. Very rarely you see the Chiefs kicking the ball so much.
Under pressure at the scrum. It's popped away from Wigglesworth to Tompkins. Looks like he might have been working on that step.
This is in box, Owen Farrell the chaser with Williams.
Cross comes Noel. Is that forwards from Williams? Either way, it's with Cowan Dickey of Exeter. And Armand will look to straighten. Hepburn. Penalty Exeter. Lying over the top of the ball, Maro Itoje. Not for the first time this afternoon.
Cowan Dickey has made a big impact since he's come on. Yendall done so good work for them, but Cowan Dickey just provides a little bit more energy, and he's the man who picks it up when Jack Noel spills the ball. Manages to get it into that middle channel where Armand can attack and stretch the Saracens' defensive line. They end up giving away a penalty.
Jackson Ray off. And replaced by Nick Ezekwe. Gathered in by Skinner. Messi. White. Quick transfer from Devoto. Picked up by Cuthbert. Driving forwards, strong as an ox.
Backwards.
Noel. Looking for spaces, looking for trouble. Pops it over the top.
And away.
Skinner's brought down. Quick ball for the Chiefs though. Devoto once more. O'Flaherty slips past Farrell. He's fashioned a space here for Cuthbert. Drives into Jamie George. Kovacic.
Sidelines, all play on.
Up to the 22. Ewers again. Mountainous today. Simmons. Slade. Floated over the top. Space here for Skinner. Taking on Maitland. Taking on all comers. Pops it up. Try for Slade. Is that the one? Is that the one that leads the Chiefs to the promised land?
That's brilliant by Skinner with the offload. What an offload through the traffic. But first of all, Owen Farrell screaming at his big forwards to give them line speed. They can't, whether it's fatigue or not. And that allows Exeter to go all the way across. Farrell was screaming there. He's screaming again, but they're jogging up. And they get to the outside channel. And then how about this? The Fen to get away. And then the leg driving contact, and as Rhodes bites in, just pops it up to Slade, and he knows he's going to score as soon as he secures the ball. What an offload that is.
Incredible try from the Chiefs. Taking the initiative away from Sarries, physically dominating them for 20 minutes, and then having the wherewithal, the skill, and the ability to finish a try like that. Absolutely fantastic rugby.
Says it all, doesn't it? Henry Slade, more known for those graceful, elegant outside arcs, scoring a gritty nugget of a try after a brilliant bit of work from Skinner. And they're close now. They are close.
Great, thanks, mate. He's going off HIA if he just want to pass on that message.
27 points to 16 as we head for the final quarter.
Just the delay of the offload. You think he's maybe missed his opportunity. But it's a lovely ball over the top. And then as he gets away from Maitland, two players bite in, he feeds it between both of them.
Tapped back by Liam Williams. Itoje was that forwards. Vincent Koch is onto it. Vunapola's pirouetting through the tackles. Got to come up with something pretty fast here, Saracens. Maybe Goods the man for it. Floats it over the top. Maitland. Thoroughbred. Firing his way into the 22. All pace and power and impetus now. Itoje Quick ball from Wigglesworth. Barrington is buffeted backwards.
Okay. No.
Farrell, cross-field, Liam Williams. Oh, that is incredible. Liam Williams, king of the airwaves. And Saracens now believing.
Oh, the lifeline. And it's that man, Owen Farrell, that delivers it. Pinpoint accuracy. He spots Joe Simmons, a man who's not used to standing out here, defending the ball over his head, and Simmons gets it wrong. He thinks about going up, then he thinks about making the tackle, but he's in the wrong place. Williams is already over his head. He can't go through with the tackle, or he'll tip the Saracens winger up, and you just have to let him run over the line. What a big kick this is for Owen Farrell now to match the one he's just made.
Really tough for Simmons. Backing off onto a ball, and an advancing player like Williams is like a snake, isn't he? He pounces up in the air. Incredible athleticism. Like you said, this kick is massive.
Never say die. Cool as ice. Farrell lands it, and they're back within 4. A moment or two ago, Exeter fans were almost certainly beginning to dream. Now everything's right back in the balance.
What a side on the ropes. They deliver a killer blow like that.
What a final. What a pair of teams. What a collection of players. Noise levels deafening inside Twickenham now. Sam Hill is on for Alex Cuthbert. I told you with the restart for Sarries. They simply will not lie down, not for anyone. And now the momentum is all with them. Vunipola breaking free. Koch. Williams again. Just about got enough on him, Alex Hepburn.
Hands away. Sorry, I lost the ball.
Skelton, who's back with us because Mike Rhodes has had to go off for a head injury assessment. Slade and Simmons waiting in the backfield. Noel far away on the right-hand side. This is Slade's then. And he rides the contact well.
He's just slightly too long on the kick. Allowed him to catch it in the breadbasket. Oh, what a carry from Cowan Dickey as Scott comes in and tries to dislodge a couple of his ribs.
This is Sam Hill. He's come into the centres. Noel has moved to the right wing. We've got Slade at fullback now for Exeter. This is Kovacic. Tireless. Not just this afternoon, but all season. He's been magnificent. Really taken his chance this season. White from halfway. These are Saracens' tactics. The ball hanging and claimed by Good. Wigglesworth has got tied in. So one more carry. Farrell. Spotting some space there. Simmons chasing back. Takes it really well. Lazowski bearing down on him. Farrell waiting. And the territorial battle continues. That one has gone halfway to the moon. Slade. Great tackle from Alex Good, but Slade has got away from him. White trying to tie in those defenders.
He's done that a lot more in the second half, hasn't he, White? Slowed down the Saracens' line speed by breaking himself. Very clever play.
Sometimes quite literally.
Yeah.
You're playing chicken, basically, aren't you?
Or trying to cross the M1. Ball in two hands, though.
The matador on the ball.
Use it!
O'Flaherty on the chase. Williams' eyes on the ball. Not sure there's anybody who's better in the air than Liam Williams in world rugby. Tomahawk chop again, reaching max volume at Twickenham. Wigglesworth. And the Exeter back three getting a working over at the moment. Simmons feeds Slade, that was clever.
Backwards, backwards.
That was a little fortunate. Sam Hill has done well, but he's being manhandled by Vunipola.
Off you go, mate. Off you go, Billy. Just stay there. Great discipline, thank you.
Kovacic into the red wall. The intensity levels have just gone up another notch.
It's a turnover.
First man on the ball,
Toji's got it. Chance to attack wide.
Farrell darts back inside. Chiefs realign in a hurry. Good. Across the face of the defence on the bounce from Maitland. And O'Flaherty has his measure.
For all the skill that's been on show today, that's a fascinating passage of play. Neither side wanting to make the error, but the kicking game was huge. And as they come back, just look at Itoje, shows the referee he's first in and just pinches the ball, easy as you like. But Joe Simmons just getting targeted in the backfield by Richard Wigglesworth, and Sean Maitland bearing down on him, Williams bearing down on him.
A variety of coaches sitting distinctly uneasily in their chairs at the moment. Less than 15 minutes to play. A 4-point game. On comes Jack Maunder for Nick White. Scrum half for Exeter. And Ralph Adams-Hale is into the front row for Saracens in place of Richard Barrington.
Hold on, fellas, we've just got some subs. Get them up, Billy!
Rob Baxter, the Chiefs mastermind. 25 years at the club. Man and boy.
Watch on.
Nail-biting moments. Skinner to the Chiefs.
Take under pressure in front and behind. Allows Maunder to build them all in front of him. Toji reaching over the top, he manages to dislodge it.
There was that. Dislodged by Saracens. Either way, Chiefs have regrouped. Lewis sent in to Cruz. Sarries looking to gain energy from their defence, their platform that they set so many years ago. This Wolfpack mentality we've heard so much about over the years. Maunder to the air. A little bit too long. Williams underneath it. Through the hole goes Wigglesworth. Needs support. Here comes Adams-Hale. Offloads nicely. Jamie George is there. Chiefs all over the place at the moment. Quick ball here, and Saracens should have a run in. Farrell to Tompkins to Lazowski, and wide for Maitland. They will not lie down. As crisp and clean, as fluent as they've been all day. And this incredible second wind drives Saracens in front.
There's the threat of Vunipola coming. It allows Wigglesworth to go through between, but look at Adams-Hale here. The offload out of the contact, and he gets straight back to his feet. And he's the man who makes the crucial clear out to give them quick ball. If he's not there, they lose it. And then Exeter so narrow, they have to come in towards the ball. And that just means it's a numbers game, and they can take those metres on the outside. And as the desperation of Henry Slade comes across, Lazowski spots him, Maitland, and steps back inside him.
It still
straightens on Noel.
It still took some scoring, didn't it? They had a massive overlap, and the cover almost got there, but all about Wigglesworth's ability to go short around the corner and the threat of Billy Vunipola.
Wigglesworth's not known as a running 9, is he? So when the opportunity presents itself, everyone thinks it's going to Vunipola.
Exactly.
He catches them by surprise.
I remember a couple of years ago saying in a newspaper column that Spencer was a better runner than him. He came out and slapped me on the back of the head and said, watch today. He's still got a nose for a gap.
And Farrell is again on target from the touchline. 30 points to 27 from a deficit of 27-16. And this, arguably the best of the lot so far today from Saracens. Sam Simmons on the field for Dave Dennis. And Chiefs still with plenty of work to do. Itoje has grasped that.
Just watch his hand.
Just think maybe the first time in the game that Chiefs have started to lose the kicking battle in this area. Saracens competing well.
Slade's done brilliantly. Coffey's there to make the tackle. Skinner. Exeter needing to reset, you feel. You will have been thinking that the job was two-thirds done, perhaps. This is Simmons. Oh, driven back hard by Lazowski. He does hit like a sledgehammer. Maunder. Cowan-Dickey. Let's look at the energy levels of those in red. Itoje is all over the place right now. He is just scavenging for all he's worth.
Just relax, fellas.
That suggests a nasty injury.
It's okay. He's just bent the wrong way. Just make sure he's all right. It's going to be a scrum Exeter ball.
Jack Noel.
This would be a hammer blow, not just to the Chiefs, but potentially to England. Not about that tackle from Lazowski.
Yeah, it's a fantastic tackle, isn't it? But you're seeing the difference now with White not being on the field. Maunder just distributing from the base allows Saracens' line speed to completely blitz off the line and get on top.
Itoje did such a good job of getting to Maunder. He was held from an initial tackle. He still managed to scrag the 9, bring him down, cause confusion.
Tom Wilson-Crofts would be Jamie George's replacement.
Well,
under normal circumstances, but these might not be normal circumstances. Will Skelton is needing to come off for the second time today, so this is going to need some reshuffling.
This is the Itoje tackle I was just talking about. He's got no right to make it. He's involved here, makes the tackle, goes down, but watch, as Maunder goes, he's being held. He still drives through and gets to his man, causes confusion, and that unfortunately is the injury to Jack Noel, and Noel's been such a superstar today.
That was a horrible twist, wasn't it?
So hope it's not too serious.
It didn't look good at all. Maro Itoje and his absurd engine just continues to slip through the gears. Jack Noel is clearly in quite a lot of pain. He's been one of the standouts this afternoon. First half was just mesmeric. You could barely lay a finger on him, Saracens. He's going to need assistance by the look of things. Nice touch from Owen Farrell. So many of these players on opposing teams today, of course, will be united in white in Japan in September and October. Jack Noel would hope to be a key part of that. And the England coaching contingent here in numbers. Eddie Jones is here alongside Neil Hatley and Steve Borthwick, of course.
Eddie Jones just out a shot in a big puffer coat and a hat and a scarf.
Well, he's going to make his own way off the field, which has to be a good thing. There's a terribly sad end to what's been a stunning 70 minutes for Jack Noel.
And it'll require a big reshuffle, won't it? Steenson, the man to come on. Expect him to slot into 10. Simmons drop back to fullback.
9 defenders beaten and hobbling his way from one side of the pitch to the other. It's almost cruelty to watch it. Very popular character and absolutely at the heart of the Chiefs' effort. Not just today, but through the course of the season. Gareth Steenson is on in his place. So Steenson at 10.
Okay then. Okay, first run for a while. Let's keep the same discipline.
Slade at fullback.
First thing the Chiefs need here now is a bit of territory. Not really been in the Sarries half for a number of minutes. Good opportunity to find some field position and try and apply some pressure.
Into the final 10 minutes. We've got a hooker on the flank as well for Saracens. Wollstonecroft is on the open side for Sarries. Here's De Ewers. Nine months condensed into the next 10 minutes. Maunder. Slade chasing after it. He appears to be occupying the right wing position with Simmons at fullback now. This is Wollstonecroft. Wigglesworth, just the kind of game manager you want for a situation like this. Oh, Stinson's let that drop. That's dangerous. Slade was onto it. Simmons is there, but so too is Farrell. And the red shirts are swarming again. And Exeter have a hell of a job to feed this back. Maunder rather straight up in the air, not a huge amount of distance on it. The tap back, good chase here from Skinner. Maunder again, and Kvesic took his eye off it for a split second. And it's those kind of errors at these kind of moments that can prove so costly.
The Chiefs had a massive overlap after the turnover from the kick. Skinner does really well. And then I think he's already thinking about getting the ball through the hands into the wide channel. And the pace was loitering with not a lot in front of it.
A rueful look playing on the face of Matt Kvesic. He knows how significant it might prove. Field position critical at this point. Midway between the 10-metre line and the 22. Saracens ball. 8 minutes remaining. So don't forget the BT Sport Fight Nights. Saturday the 15th of June, Josh Warrington against Kid Galahad, 8 o'clock. BT Sport 1 and 4K UHD. And on BT Box Office as well. Tyson Fury against Tom Schwartz from midnight. Saturday the 15th of June. Tyson Fury returning to the ring. Tom Schwartz unbeaten. Coming to you live from Las Vegas, only on BT Sport Box Office. Christian Judge on a tight head for Vincent Koch. Heading for Bath next season, joined on loan from Cornish Pirates.
Patience. Crouch.
He's learned a huge amount in a relatively short space of time. Chiefs putting their shoulder to the wheel here now because Saracens have victory in their sights. And they're looking to put the squeeze on.
They're looking for one thing, 3 points.
Fresh blood onto the field. Jamie George might have just told his two new props, let's just go, hit and run, try and get this penalty.
Both sides going forward for reward.
Anxious moments. Ben Spencer looks like he can barely find the strength to watch. A couple of young props either side of Jamie George, Adams, Hale and Judge taking on Francis and Hepburn, but they've got the penalty they wanted. crushing blow for Exeter.
Collapse.
Farrell will surely do the necessary.
There's still plenty of time on the clock, but if this goes over, it changes how Saracens can defend in that vital middle third of the pitch. Particularly inside their own half, they can go a little bit harder at the breakdown, though, against the Chiefs. That always gives them a shot to the corner. Perhaps Saracens will feel, actually, if we let them have the ball there and don't give them a shot to the corner, they can't kick any points. I don't think they're going to score from deep, or Saracens will think they won't be able to score from deep as easily. Just gives them that buffer.
So 75,000 pairs of eyes rest on Owen Farrell. So comfortable in this environment here at Twickenham, so comfortable under the microscope, under the scrutiny. He's pushed it wide. Goodness me. Well, that will give Exeter an enormous lift. That is meat and drink to a kicker of Farrell's class. Finals can do strange things to even the most experienced characters. Itoje plucks it from the sky, though, and Sarries have possession yet again. Jamie George continues the motion. 5 minutes remaining. Judge. Vunipola. Even finding a little skip as he headed into those black shirts. Farrell. Little pop for Lazowski. Liam Williams holding his width. Farrell again. Thought about the offload, clung onto it. Cruz. Saracens appealing for the offside line being breached by the Chiefs' defence. Good. Itoje. All Saracens at the moment.
No, second go.
Karandicki thought about it.
Lifted.
Through it goes from Farrell. Trying to pin the Chiefs. And pin them he has.
Oh, what a take from Maro Itoje from that kick-off. It's a gamble to try and get the ball back from the Chiefs. And that gives the field position for Owen Farrell just to make the decision to put the Chiefs back on their own line.
More repair work for Don Armand. And pinpoint accuracy from Farrell. Very little Simmons could do here. Just an immaculate execution. That is what he does best. Driving standards every day at the club. In training, off the field, on match day. Some character for Mark McCall to rely upon.
4 minutes.
Is your money, Austin?
Well, there's 4 minutes to go. Sarries are 3 points up. They're about 30 inches from the Exeter line. It would take something very, very special to turn this around.
Given what we've seen today,
they wouldn't back against it all this season.
Crazy pendulum swings, and Skinner, oh, he didn't manage to hold on to it. It's been taken in by Itoje, and there's trouble again brewing for Exeter. Saracens driving hard to the line. One more score here might finish the job. Judge stops shy, the arm is outstretched, the penalty is on its way for Saracens. Vunipola for Jamie George, and surely the trophy. Canvas on the hour mark, and risen all the way. 35 points to 27. Smiles from Jamie George, and Saracens superb.
Yeah, they lose the line out, don't they? They managed to lose the Saracens' defence, but the throw's got too much on it for the pod. And then as they come back to the middle, everyone expecting to pick and go. Jamie George just runs that outside arc. and dots the ball down. And surely Saracens are to become the double champions for the second time.
5th Premiership try this season, but he's got an extraordinary knack of scoring in finals as well. That's his 3rd now, having scored 2 today, 1 in 2015 against Bath. Each special in their way, but this one surely putting the cherry on top of Saracens' cake.
20 seconds, 2:12.
58 minutes. Henry Slade's try put the Chiefs 27-16 up. And Saracens just pressed the reset button, and Farrell tucks in 2 more to give them a 10-point buffer with 2 minutes remaining. Steenson stabs it on its way. Ezekwe is underneath it.
Don't touch the 9, fellas.
Very well taken by Simmons. Buffeted in the tackle. Cowan-Dickey for Ewers. Here's Devoto. Still they go. Steenson flings it on its way. O'Flaherty slips past one. He won't get past Vunipola, will he? Yes, he will. O'Flaherty, the inside ball for Maunda. Ewers tries to get the pass away. Strettle was in the channel. And back goes the weary Simmons. Strettle is after him.
Offside.
The offside line breached. Austin, time for your man of the match.
Well, it's been an unbelievable performances from both sides, really. Loads of the players from Exeter have been fantastic in the pack, but Sarries, the resilience that they've shown, just incredible. George, fantastic. Cruz, amazing. The skill of Liam Williams, our Gallagher Premiership man of the match, has to go to that one there, Maro Itoje, and he takes home the Peter Deacon medal. Another fantastic performance.
He's been incredible, hasn't he? And particularly in this final quarter when Saracens had to find an extra gear, had to find the energy. He epitomised all of that. Maybe the Chiefs have one last twist for us. Over the top it goes, and coming firing through is Hill, and Sam Hill has another try for Exeter.
Oh, the clock was red before we dotted it down. It's literally half a second in it.
They will be crestfallen. They have given absolutely everything to a titanic contest. And it looks like they're going to fall just fractionally short.
Yeah, it's a missed line out. React quickest. In fact, Wayne Barnes possibly puts Owen Farrell off from making the tackle. Heartbreak.
Joe Simmons. Through the middle for the Chiefs, but up to the top goes Saracens. The biggest ever comeback in a final, the most ever points in a final, and it is a 5th Premiership trophy for Mark McCall's men. A double-double, carrying all before them. And after 9 gruelling months and 80 gruelling minutes at Twickenham, Saracens are our Gallagher Premiership champions.
And the Chiefs, you've got to feel for them. They win the regular season, they finish top, and they come to the final and play absolutely superbly, really outmuscle Saracens, take Saracens on at their own game for what, 70 minutes, 65 minutes? and then they just lost that battle of the skies, which gave Saracens the foothold back in the game. But what a team this Saracens are, to have backed up their European performance, to show the resilience today, to come away with a victory when a lot of other teams would have crumbled against this Exeter side. Congratulations.
Yeah, it was there for the Chiefs, wasn't it? They could have taken it against any other team, arguably. But the strength of character, the belief that you see from these Saracens guys, with 25 minutes to go, it looked like it was going the Chiefs' way. And yet, Sarries just find a way. This team is arguably the best team I think we've ever seen.
It has to be a conversation. Absolutely has to be a conversation. They are just hoovering up the trophies at the moment. And when you consider the situation when Henry Slade went over in the 58th minute for his try, it looked an awfully long way off. But 21 unanswered points in the space of 16 minutes. Tries from Liam Williams, Sean Maitland and Jamie George. And the Chiefs have come up just 3 points short. They will be heartbroken, but they've contributed to an incredible spectacle, a wonderful match full of ebb and flow, so many different pendulum swings. Seems like a lifetime ago that Nick White scrambled over for that 27-second try.
Well, the final actually was fitting because we've had the most incredible season ever of the Gallagher Premiership. You know, it's just been insane at times how sides have played, the skill levels that we've seen. And as a product, it's envied around the world because it is a fantastic season to get involved with. After 20 minutes, I was absolutely exhausted.
All right.
Can I have a hug? Not
Sure
off you, Ben.
We'll give you a hug. We'll find you a hug, Austin, from somewhere or other. We will find you one of those. But in the meantime, it's all about Saracens and their success and their celebrations. They've won by 37 points to 34. And our man of the match, Maro Itoje, is with Sarah.
He is indeed. Maro, huge congratulations. You've done it. The double has been achieved. We can see the elation. Try and put it into words for us.
It's hard. It's hard to put it into words, to be honest. We have been working towards this all year. And it's just a big credit to the team, credit to all the support staff. It was a massive squad effort.
Because 12 months ago, this Chiefs side came a distant second to you guys, but you really had to work for this one today.
Yeah, it's getting harder every year. Every year you have to dig a little bit deeper. And fair play to Exeter, the top side. You know, they're by far the second best team in the competition, so fair play to them.
Yeah, you did have to dig deep, but 27-16 down. I mean, what was the message at that point?
Really, we had no choice. We either had to sit back and let it happen, lose this opportunity, or just go out there and give our all. And you know, we had some fantastic leaders in that team. The likes of Owen, Wiggy, they got us, they galvanised us, and we managed to get the ball back.
Yeah, what did it say about the resolve and the resilience of this Saracen side again, Maro?
Yeah, I think that game is all character, to be honest. All character. We didn't really play well, to be honest. For large parts of that game, we didn't play well. We didn't give ourselves the best opportunity to play well. But you know, luckily we had enough time to rescue it.
You've got a busy summer ahead and a busy autumn ahead. You won't be playing in this jersey for quite some time now. So personally, what does it mean for you to be signing off with a European crown and a Premiership title?
Yeah, it means an awful lot to me on a personal level. But to be honest, I'm more happy for the squad. There's a lot of people who put a lot of hours to make this performance happen today. So I'm just happy for everyone involved in the Saracens organisation.
Maro, huge congratulations. You've got 2 titles, yes, but you've also got the Peter Deacon Medal and the Man of the Match Award, and here's Simon Metton, the UK chairman of Gallagher, to present you with it. Okay, we're going to go over now and find Brad Barrett. Hi Brad, massive congratulations. For you personally, where does this title lie in the midst of all the others that you've achieved?
I think they're all new memories. There's guys who've been part of the squad for 5 years, there's guys who've been part of the squad for 1 year. So for us, each memory is as special as the other. We know that this is going to take a full squad effort, and not just today. Over the course of the whole Gallagher Premiership, we've had 46 players used, of which guys have had their debuts, and today the boys who pulled it through in the second half were unbelievable.
You lasted 40 minutes. In fact, it seems to us like it was a miracle that you even started this game. Just how did you get ready so quickly? And what does it mean to you to be a part of it, given where you were, 7 days ago?
Yeah, thankfully, obviously, the S&C staff, medical staff worked really hard with me, and gave me a fighting chance. And I think the thought of coming into the game and being able to get 40 minutes was a good target to make. Just very pleased for everyone in terms of the organisation, how hard they've worked for this title this year, and obviously huge credit to Exeter. What a phenomenal team they've been this season, and we know we've been in that same boat. It's a bitter pill to swallow, but you know, formidable opponents.
When they finished 8 points ahead of you in the league, yet you've beaten the Chiefs for the 3rd time now in the final. And what is it that you guys possess at knockout stages, at quarter-finals, at semi-finals, at finals?
I think there's no quick success to anything. We learnt our lessons, you know, 2013. We lost both the Premiership and the European final, and we used that as a galvanizing tool for bringing the squad closer together and never taking these opportunities for granted. And today I think the team, you know, really dug deep when they had to, and that's what probably makes me most proud.
You're a real warrior, Brad. You can take the summer off now to get rehab on all the injuries you've had this season, right?
Thank you very much, Sarah.
Congratulations, Brad. Well done.
Thanks, Martin. It's the lonely trudge of the runners-up of the Gallagher Premiership final. They will be crestfallen. But they contributed to an epic match, Ben. And in every way, you can see growth in this team from a year ago, and I think that is one of the crumbs of comfort that Rob Baxter will cling to, surely.
Yeah, maybe, just maybe, they got out to too big a lead too early on in that. When Saracens started coming back to them, we heard Jack Yandel say that it almost felt like we'd done enough and we were going to go on and win the game, and when that starts to get eroded by a Saracens team that are always going to come back at you, if you don't have that confidence that you've got wins against them in big finals under your belt, then it can eat away. Certainly happened to Leicester with Wasps early on when the finals first started, that Leicester hadn't beaten Wasps, and every time you got yourself into that position, you feel, here we go again. And as was said, Exeter have to find Exeter have to find a way to get this monkey off their back. And I'm sure Rob Baxter will go away and say, look, we were an improvement on last year. We need to improve again if we want to have no doubt about being the victors in the final come the end of the year.
Well, it's a heartbreaking sight to see Jack Noel hobbling away, and we wish him well in his recovery. Let's hope that his plans for a sensational World Cup in Japan are not sent awry by that particular injury. But this is Saracens' time. 5 Premiership titles now in 8 seasons to add to their 3 European trophies. And they are building a dynasty, the like of which England club rugby at least, may have never seen before. I mean, we mentioned it briefly, Austin, before. You know, are they the best club side the Premiership's ever seen? You have to think back to the amateur era and Bath, Leicester, immediately after professionalism. Where do they sit? Are they above those 2 sides in your mind?
I think that's for a round-table discussion over several bottles of red wine, but I think they're certainly up there. I think from the club, from the top down, from Nigel Ray through all the coaching staff, who I think have been very, very impressive, through all their players, in fact everybody involved, they've all got a single goal. That is to be honest to one another, and that goal really drives the squad, and you see it on the field. You see that honesty in training, you see the honesty in matches, and it pulls them together. And people from other clubs will talk about all the allegations about money and how players have been paid elsewhere and how the wage cap is being manipulated, but the reality is they're still a better team than everybody else, and until other sides can find a way to break them down, they're going to be there for a long time, because these guys are not in their 30s, apart from Wigglesworth,
who now has 6
incredible
Premiership titles to his name, and they have an extraordinary crop of youngsters as well coming through the academy, so they look to be future-proofed. They look to have success rolled out in front of them for many, many years to come. But there will be people looking to shoot them down. The Chiefs will be back. Saints are improving. Quins are improving. Bristol are improving. There are plenty there who will look to take their crown. But for the moment, this group of players are living in rarefied air. And Brad Barrett and Owen Farrell move towards the prize, towards the trophy. Your 2019 Gallagher Premiership champions, Saracens, the Untouchables.